Call the meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute. Yeah, would you lead us, please?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Forrester, are there any additions to the agenda?
There are none, thank you.
All right, visitors' appearances and requests. Would anybody in the audience like to speak to us? And Daryl, is there anybody on Zoom or? All right. Anybody on the phone? Okay. All right, well, I will move directly to the State of the City address. Unless someone else wants to read it. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed council members and dedicated city staff and my fellow residents of Prineville. Good evening and thank you all for joining me here tonight as we reflect on the state of our beloved city in this pivotal year of 2025. As your mayor, it is my profound honor to stand before you and celebrate the resilience, innovation, and community spirit that define Prineville, Oregon. We've come a long way together, building on a rich history of bold decisions and forward-thinking initiatives that have positioned us as a beacon of progress in Central Oregon. Tonight, let's look back at the foundations that brought us here, honor the achievements of the past year, and cast our eyes towards a bright future. To understand where we stand today, we must first acknowledge the transformative events that have shaped Prineville over the past decade and a half. It all began in 2010 when Facebook, now Meta, chose our city as a site for its very first company-owned data center. And this wasn't just a business decision, it was a vote of confidence in Prineville's potential. That initial investment sparked an economic renaissance, bringing high-tech jobs, infrastructure improvements, and a surge in local revenue that revitalized our downtown and supported our schools and services. The data center campus has since expanded multiple times, drawing other tech giants like Apple and solidifying our role as a hub for digital innovation in the Pacific Northwest. Building on that momentum, in 2014, President Barack Obama signed House Resolution 2640, the Crooked River Collaborative Water Security and Jobs Act, on December 18th. This landmark legislation addressed long-standing water challenges in our region, enhancing irrigation reliability for our farmers, protecting fish habitats in the Crooked River, and creating jobs through sustainable resource management. It was a testament to the collaborative spirit of Central Oregonians, ensuring that our natural resources could support both our environmental and our economy for generations to come. We didn't stop there. In 2017, we celebrated the completion of the Crooked River Wetlands Complex, a groundbreaking $7.7 million project that transformed our wastewater treatment into an innovative natural system. This saved the city $54 million versus the proposed mechanical treatment system and allowed the city to lower both SDCs and monthly wastewater rates. Spanning 120 acres, these wetlands not only doubled our treatment capacity at a fraction of the cost of traditional methods, but also created a vibrant public space for recreation, wildlife viewing, and environmental education. It's a shining example of how Prineville turns challenges into opportunities, earning national recognition from organizations like the National Association of Clean Water Agencies. And completing these efforts is our Aquifer Storage and Recovery Project, which we fully implemented in 2019 and have continued to expand. By storing excess groundwater during wet seasons and recovering it during dry periods, the ASR system has boosted our water resilience dramatically. In 2025 alone, we've seen our storage capacity grow towards its potential of 800 million gallons, with plans for additional wells approved in our updated water master plan. This project, born from partnership with companies like Apple and Meta, has ensured reliable drinking water for our growing population while mitigating the impacts of drought, a critical safeguard in our high desert climate. These milestones have laid a long foundation, and in 2025, we built upon them with remarkable strides. Economically, our data center sector continued to thrive with expansions at the Meta campus, creating over 200 new jobs in construction, operations, and support services. This growth has fueled a 15% increase in local business revenues. From our bustling downtown shops to our emerging tech startups, we've also invested in workforce development, partnering with Central Oregon Community College to launch training programs that equip our residents with skills for the digital economy. Environmentally, we've made significant headway. Building on success of our wetlands and ASR projects, we completed phase 2 of a habitat restoration of Ochoco Preserve in partnership with the Deschutes Land Trust, enhancing biodiversity and flood protection along the Crooked River. These efforts not only preserve our natural beauty, but also attract ecotourism, boosting our local economy by an estimated $2 million this year. Financially, Prineville is on solid ground. Our budget remains balanced, with revenues from tourism, agriculture, manufacturing, and the tech sectors driving investments in infrastructure. Looking ahead, we're excited about the sunset of property tax incentives for our data centers, which will begin generating tax revenues starting in 2027. The City Council has already delegated these funds strategically to physical infrastructure, city health and vitality, and community improvement. This influx will empower us to tackle long-term goals without financially burdening the residents of Prineville. Now I'll go through some of our 2025 accomplishments for the city of Prineville. In 2025, Prineville continued its trajectory of strategic growth, infrastructure investment, and community enhancement, building on its strong economic foundation from data centers and natural resource management. In infrastructure, we completed the Peters Road to Combs Flat Road extension. It's a $14 million project in partnership with Ochoco Irrigation District, improving traffic flow, enhancing safety near schools and parks, and providing a vital secondary route. I can vouch for that for all of our team. I live up there, and it's very nice to have that new route. We invested $2 million in state dollars, water and wastewater infrastructure to support 3 new multifamily housing projects. Is that correct? State mine, but all right. I didn't know if I wrote that correctly. All right. With 3 new multifamily housing projects, Madras Highway, Ochoco Mill, and Ochoco Plaza, paving the way for 650 new housing units. We advanced the Aquifer Storage and Recovery ASR project with the completion of ASR Well 2, significantly increasing groundwater storage and withdrawal capacity, now enabling storage of approximately 1 full year of water supply. We improved the city's pavement condition index or PCI from 75 to 77, and our target, which is 81, maintaining one of the highest ratings in Central Oregon through ongoing maintenance. And we upgraded water lines citywide, replacing 770 linear feet of aging, undersized lines and constructing 5,500 linear feet of new lines to enhance capacity and reliability. Financial and economic. We earned the GFOA Award for Outstanding Financial Statements and Budget, with special recognition for strategic planning and goal setting. We strengthened fiscal health with increased cash positions and fund balances and a downward trend in debt per capita over the past 5 years. We highlighted positive economic metrics, including strong median household income performance. We implemented a system development charge or SDC deferral program to incentivize new development, and successfully recruited CV International, relocating and expanding from Bend, bringing 50 to 70 new jobs and establishing a new headquarters and fabrication facility. Amenities. Advanced planning for the Barnes Butte Aquatic and Recreation Center, or BBARC, completing concept design, initial cost estimates, and revenue and expense projections, progress to the final or to the next feasibility phase focused on funding and financial analysis. Continued enhancements to the Crooked River wetlands and improve the Barnes Butte Recreation Area, including abandonment of the old OID canal, reconstruction of the old pond, and upgrades to canal-fed features during irrigation season. And in team development, we enhanced leadership capabilities through the Amplified Life program, emphasizing succession planning, leadership effectiveness, and communication. Sustained professional development via the Next Gen program in partnership with Crestcom, and bolstered public safety staffing by filling open police department positions, implementing new recruitment and retention strategies for the 911 dispatch team. These achievements reflect Prineville's commitment to resilient infrastructure, sustainable growth, fiscal responsibility, and quality of life, positioning the city strongly for continued prosperity in 2026 and beyond. Although I'd like to focus on the great things and achievements, we do have some challenges that we faced and some lessons learned from 2025. Key challenges that we faced were the police chief retirement. The police chief retired after only 10 months in the role, creating uncertainty in public safety leadership, and our biomass project setback. The city was unable to rezone property within the urban growth boundary, and this would have been where the Prineville Renewable Energy Project, or PREP, was to be sited. Strong public opposition led to a significant delays in the project timing. Lessons learned and corrective actions: improving communication and public education. Ongoing challenge in effectively informing residents about strategic projects and city operations. Corrective actions: adopt a more proactive approach to internal and external outreach, including storytelling, to highlight the history and rationale behind city processes. Plan to host more frequent town hall events covering financial position, strategic plans, and current projects. And the initiative begins in January 2026 with a focused communications piece on water, why Prineville is in good shape compared to other Central Oregon communities. Another lesson learned to cover is the police leadership transition. Despite thorough recruitment efforts involving staff and community input, the selected chief did not remain long-term. Interim Chief Shane Wilson has stepped in and enjoys full support from the police department team. And the city will have the public safety leadership finalized by mid-year this year. And these challenges highlight areas for growth with targeted corrective actions aimed at strengthening community trust, communication, and stable public safety leadership moving into 2026. As we close out 2025, I'm filled with optimism. And Prineville isn't just surviving, we're thriving because of you, our hardworking families, innovative businesses, and committed volunteers. Together, we've turned a small mill town into a dynamic community that balances tradition with progress. So let's carry this momentum into 2026 and beyond, ensuring Prineville remains a place where opportunity flows as freely as the Crooked River. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless the city of Prineville. All right. Thank you all. All right, I do have one. Guess this was really an addition to an agenda item, but this meeting on the first Monday of each year is in our charter. I wanted to get kind of a consensus tonight, or maybe talk to Jared and get his legal opinion about why we have to have it the first Monday of every year, or see if we can change that to only years where we are swearing in new council members on that first Monday.
Yeah, it's actually in the code, not the charter, which is a little bit more helpful since it's easier to amend. In regards to, it is in the code, so your regular meeting session is that we have regular meetings every second and fourth Tuesday of the month, as you will know, as well as every first Monday of the year. As Mayor Beebe stated, I wasn't here when that law was enacted, but I would believe that that was based upon the swearing in of elected officials, which happens every 2 years. And so, if the council wished to amend that portion of the code to the first Monday of every odd numbered year, for instance, then you would continue with that ceremonial type swearing in and keep this meeting, but you wouldn't have it on even numbered years where we also have a meeting next Tuesday. So it's up to you all. If you want me to look into change or not look into it, the process would simply be an ordinance amending that portion of the code. It would require 2 readings. We would bring it in front of council just during regular session, make sure it was advertised. You'd have 2 opportunities to read it and pass it. So if there's a consensus for me to draft that for your decision, I can certainly do that.
And just to be clear, the state of the city would then be fulfilled on the first regular meeting in the even years or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's up to the mayor.
Yeah.
It's not within the code about any sort of requirement, legal requirement that a state of the city even needs to be provided.
Just do it at the first regularly scheduled meeting each year. Whether it's on
Even
the,
year.
on the
Even year.
first Monday or if it's on the first Tuesday or second Tuesday, either way.
All right, I'm hearing no
I-
objection.
Yeah, I'm,
I have an objection.
Oh, okay.
I think that it's really important for the public to hear, and we've noticed that the failure of us as council members in the community to share what's going on in the community. I think it's necessary and important for the community to hear the State of the City address and to have that published each year. To have it only every other year, I think would be short-sighted and not adequate for communication to the community. So I encourage that we continue at least to have it each year. Maybe it be the first council meeting of the year, but I think that it's necessary to do it once every year.
Councilor Effelman, just to clarify, I'm not addressing the state of the city address whatsoever. That can be given at any moment during the year, frankly. This is just simply the first Monday of the year, whether you want to continue that regular meeting or not. And frankly, this isn't even going to be the time that it's decided. I think the mayor was just bringing it up to see if the council wanted me to present that legislation so that it could be discussed and voted on. But the State of the Union, or sorry, State of the City address would continue presumably every first meeting of the year.
yeah, that was not my intentions to ask about that. I would still, I plan on being here next year for the state, hopefully. So I would be here to deliver that one too, so.
I'm in agreement with legal counsel to draft a ordinance for us to review next or in the future.
I agree also.
Yeah,
Okay, we don't need any formal decision. You all can vote on it when it actually formally comes in front of you.
be good to hear what's said, and especially when the other members are here and all of us are here to
Yeah,
hear it, so.
I think the only thing that would change is having a meeting on a Monday or a Tuesday instead of the Monday. No, all good. So that was the only, I proposed that question to Jared. What about this? Why is it in there if we're not swearing in anybody? So. All right, we are down to visitors' appearances and requests. Would anybody like to speak to the council before we adjourn? Is there anybody online or Zoom or phone or anything? Okay. All right. That's all we have. I'm open to a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all for being here.